What is parliament?
Yes, sir.
Why did the Indian constitution adopt the parliamentary form of government?
Presidential ruling and parliament ruling.
What are the difference between the presidential form of government and the parliamentary form of government?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I ask you one question. So why did Indian parliamentary system known as Republican parliamentary system? Why did
Because we choose our own president.
what?
People elect the president.
People.
Elect by president.
So in the Britain also followed the parliamentary form of government. India also followed the parliamentary form of government. But India's parliamentary form of government only calls as Republican form of government. The difference is what you say is correct, that is correct. So the president of India also elected by the people of within the territory of India. Whereas the Britain president or crown not elected by the people of the concerned state. So that's why Indian parliamentary system known as the Republican parliamentary system. Republican parliamentary system. So already in the previous class we have discussed about what is a parliamentary system, what are the features of the parliamentary system. So in our Indian parliament, so what is meant by parliament? What is meant by parliament?
By the people, for the people to
So we are saying about the definition of democracy. I am asking about what is meant by parliament. Okay?
council of people, council of state,
Okay.
and president.
Okay, very good. So all of you look at. So there are two houses. One is House of People. The other one is House of Lord. House of Council of Representatives or House of Elders. So this house also known as Lok Sabha. This house also known as Rajya Sabha. This house also known as the lower house. This house also known as the upper house. So these two houses including president. So come together known as parliament. So finally parliament means both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha and president consist known as the parliament. So already we discussed about in the previous classes who are the members in the people's house, who are the members in the lower house, who are the members in the Rajya Sabha, who are the members in the Rajya Sabha, or who are the members in the upper house, or who are the members in the elders house. So the total members in Lok Sabha 543 plus 2. The total members in Rajya Sabha 238 plus 12. 238 plus 12. Total 250. Total 545. So these are the total members in the Lok Sabha at present. So in our Lok Sabha 543 plus 2. In our Rajya Sabha 233 plus 12. 233 plus 12 245. So at present in our Indian Parliament members, so 545 and 245. But the constitution allows 238 plus 12. But at present in our parliament existed members 233 plus 12. So these two are indicates nominated members. So these members are nominated by the President of India to the Parliament. So okay, this is the Parliament. So already we discussed it in the previous classes regarding Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Today we discuss about the President of India. So President of India. So who is a president? Can anyone guess who is a president?
First citizen.
Okay, the first citizen of India. Very good. Next. Only one answer. The first citizen of India.
Authorizing person to
Authorized person to what?
head of the state.
Yes, very good. So that is the first one. He is head of the state. The second one is, the first one is head of the state. The second one is he is head of the constitution. He is the head of the constitution. Next, he is head of the state.
Authorized person.
He is head of the constitution. He is the first citizen of India. Huh? What?
Authorized person to nominate prime minister.
Authorizes person to
Nominate prime minister.
prime minister. Okay. So the president. Okay. So the president is the head of the state, and also the president acts as a head of the constitution of India. He was the chief of the country, and also he is known as a first citizen of India. All the executive powers of union government exercised through the president of India only. So simply says Article 52. So the union executive powers describes in our Indian constitution from Article 52 to 78 and 123. So these article describes about the union executive powers. So among the Article 52 says there shall be a president of India. There shall be a president of India. So ఇండియాకి ఒక ప్రెసిడెంట్ ఉంటాడు. సో నెక్స్ట్ ఆర్టికల్ 53 lays down the president of India exercised his executive power. The president of India exercised executive powers. Executive powers with the help of the president of India exercised his executive power directly or with their subordinate officers. So according to the Article 52, there shall be a president of India. According to the Article 53, the president of India exercised his executive power directly or through the subordinate officers or subordinates. So that is the Article 53. So already I told you in the last class, executives are one of executive, vice president and vice president also executives, and all the council of ministers in the union levels are executives. So all the executive powers vested by the Constitution of India in the name of the president in the union level, in the name of the governor in the state level. సో ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్ పవర్స్ అన్నీ ఎవరి పేరు మీదుగా జరుగుతాయంటే దేశ స్థాయిలో రాష్ట్రపతి పేరు మీదుగాను, రాష్ట్ర స్థాయిలో గవర్నర్ పేరు మీదుగాను మాత్రము డిసిషన్స్ అన్నీ జరుగుతూ ఉంటాయి. ఓకే, ద కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ అలౌస్ ఆల్ ద ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్ పవర్స్ వెస్టెడ్ ఇన్ ద నేమ్ ఆఫ్ ద ప్రెసిడెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా ఇన్ ద యూనియన్ లెవెల్ యాజ్ వెల్ as in the state level in the name of the governor. So I told you in the 53 article, executive powers exercised by the president directly or through the subordinate officers. So subordinate. So who are the subordinate officers to the president of India? Who are the subordinate officers to the president of India? Do you know? Can you guess anyone? What? All administrative officers are known as the subordinate officers to the president of India. Okay?
Yes.
ఇంకా
Vice
Vice President is the subordinate to the President of India. Okay, so it is not the subordinate of it is raised. It is not a clear word. It is not a clear word to indicate executive powers exercised by the President directly or through a subordinate. Who are the subordinates? So there is no clarity. Either administrative executives are subordinates, or whoever the assistants of presidents or subordinates, or political executives are subordinate. So there is no clarity. So in 1594, so there was a person Somnath Banerjee filed a petition before the Supreme Court regarding the word subordinate. So there is no clear definition regarding the subordinate officers.